back with another one.
Alright guys, this is J.O.A.T.D back with a new video. Today in front of you I have a product that was delivered to me by a company called Ralcam. Okay, let's open it up. Now this product is called a articulating Borescope inspection camera. The model number for this one is H408A. It comes in this nice plastic sturdy case. Let's go ahead and open it. Let's see what's in here. Open this up so we can see we get a manual. Get a bag full of USB cables. Let's check these out. Alright, this long cable here is a USB-C cable. This cable is to actually charge the Borescope. Let's see. You have 3 more cables here. Let's see. One cable is for phones that have a USB-C connection. Let's see, this right here is for your iPhones. And I think this is a micro USB connection for your older phones. And you have a pad to wipe the screen off with, and that's it. Alright, so inside the box you get this cell phone holder here. This product does not have its own display, so you have to use a cell phone as the display. This cell phone holder will hold phones that are 3.5 inches to 6.3 inches wide. Okay, and all you do is just turn this dial up here and it opens it and closes it. Okay, let's see. This right here is your actual Borescope right here. All right, so you get a USB port here. This USB port connects to the phone and it also charges the phone. On the other side up here is a USB Type-C port. This port right here is to actually charge the Borescope itself. You cannot use fast charging with this USB-C port, so you're just going to plug it into one of the older style chargers. All right, so this right here is called the rotating wheel. That's what makes the camera move back and forth. So if you pull down on it, the camera moves to the right, and if you push up on it, it moves to the left. That's what this is. Let's see what else is on here. This button up here at the top up here, that is your camera and your video recorder button. Okay, the button down at the bottom, that is your power button. That's for on and off. If you press the power button for 2 seconds, it will turn the Borescope on, and if you press it again for 2 seconds, it will turn it off. The part down here is called the handle, and if you go over here on the side, this little cutout right here, this right here is the battery cover. It's actually a battery inside of here. The battery that's in the inside is a DC 5 volt. Okay, it lasts for 4 hours once it's fully charged, and you can actually take this battery out and replace it. You take this little, it's like a little sticker right here that's covering the area to be able to access the screw, which is a Phillips head, and you can change that battery out. This Borescope has a metal flexible tube here. This tube is about 4 feet long. At the end of this tube, there's a camera. It has a cover on it. If you pull this cover off, there you go. There's a camera at the end of this tube. This camera will rotate 180 degrees both ways. So if I, let's see, if I take the rotating wheel, pull it down, let's turn it sideways so you can see it. Pull it down 180 degrees, all the way back the other way, 180 degrees. If you put it in the middle like that, it's straight. The highest resolution for this camera is 1920 by 1080 with 20 frames per second. This camera is surrounded by 10 LED lights. The LED lights have 3 settings, high, medium, and low, that you can switch it from. That's pretty cool. It makes it easier to see in whatever you're looking in. The camera has a IP67 rated enclosure for water resistance. That's really good. You don't have to worry about water getting inside the camera. The basic functions of this Borescope is to take photos and video record. It uses a mobile phone for a display. You have to download an app called Finder Borescope. It's supported by Android and Apple iOS phones. So what we're going to do is go ahead and put this bad boy together and see what it looks like. All right, so take the cell phone holder, sit it in. This is really sturdy, like that. And I have a old Samsung S3 that I'm going to use. Let's open this up. Let's see. Just like that. Make sure when you put the phone in that you don't smash the buttons down. So that's how it looks once you get the phone in. I already have the app downloaded. Let's see, it's right here. Find a Borescope. Get that. All right. Let's see, what do? You got to connect the device with the USB cable. So this is an older phone. I'm going to use the micro USB connection. So what you're going to do is you're going to put this in this USB slot here, and then take this and plug this into the phone itself. Let's see, just like that. So now it's plugged into the phone. You have to turn it on. So press the button and hold it down and turn it on. Okay, so we get a green light. Now it's on. All right, now let's press the button. Okay, we have to allow the Borescope to access the USB. Hit OK. There you go. So what you do is you go ahead and press the camera button right here, and that switches it on. You hit this camera button, so now it's on. Okay, so I'll take the camera so you can see that. It's moving around. You can actually see. And then you can see the actual LEDs on the end of it. Let's see. If you press the button down here at the bottom, you should be able to change the lighting. Yeah, there you go. Turn it off and turn it back on. Now that we got it set up, guys, let's go ahead and try it out. Guys, so right now I'm recording my screen, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the app called Finder Borescope. Okay, now you're gonna click that. Now at this point you should already have your cable coming out of the USB on the handle of the Borescope and plugged into the phone. All right, now as you're looking at the screen, over on the left hand side at the top, let's see, you have a refresh is the first one, and then the second one says HD. If you tap that, it shows you the different resolutions. You have 1920 by 1080. Next you have 1280 by 720, and then after that you have 640 by 480. I'm gonna leave it on the 1920 by 1080. Let's go to the next one. All right, so the next one, it says 36, 37 Celsius. That's the temperature of the actual camera itself. So when you're going down into cylinder walls to look at like the pistons and stuff like that, the camera itself can only take a specific amount of heat. So you want to make sure that you know, it's not going over a specific amount. It's in the manual. It tells you how hot it can be when you're looking at something. So that's just to help you out without so you won't damage the camera. So now if you take a look down at the bottom, in the middle here, you have a circle that's filled in. That means you're in picture mode. If you look over to the right at the bottom, that's the record mode. If you want to record, you hit that. Now you see the record mode is in the middle of the screen. To record, you're going to press and hold the camera record button that's on the handle, or you can just tap in the middle of your screen. You could do it either way. So if I tap in the middle of the screen, see at the top it's already recording, and I hit it again and it'll stop. Now if I hit the button and hold it down, it'll start recording again. And if I hit the button again and hold it down, it'll stop. Okay, now we're going to switch back to camera. Now it's in camera mode, and what we're going to do is touch the screen for the button for the camera, and it just took a picture. And then we're going to press the button on the handle. See, same thing. So you could do either or. Okay, now at the top right, you see a little gear. This gear right here is settings, and you can see all of the different selections in settings right here. All right, so we're gonna hit back. All right, so that's it. So let's take a look into two different motors. We have a small engine motor, and then we have a motor from a vehicle. All right, let's go. All right, guys, so here in front of you is a Honda GCV 190 pressure washer motor, and what we're going to do is take a look into that hole right there where the spark plug goes. That hole gives you access to the cylinder walls and the piston, and what we're going to do is take the Borescope and take a look in it. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and go inside the hole, and we're going to hit record on the Borescope. So let's see. Oh yeah, this shows great. Right now I'm working the wheel so that I can see around in here. Let's see. Look at this. You can see we have some damages on the cylinder wall in here, right here. Let's see. Right here. You can see that. You can kind of look around some more. See, we got a couple scratches. And look around. So you can actually see pretty good in this thing. I like this. It gives you the overall status of your piston and your cylinder wall. Alright, so that's how it looks in the Honda motor, and let's go over to the car. Alright guys, so next we're going to look at this Scion XB motor here. I got everything already taken apart, and what we're going to do is we're going to look in both of the holes right here that gives you access to the cylinder and the piston. We're going to look in this one, and we're going to look in this one. But we're going to start with the first one first. And what we're going to do is take the Borescope and we're going to go down inside here. And we're going to show you what it looks like in there. We're going to go ahead and hit record. Let's go down in here and see how it looks down in here. There we go. Let's see how it looks in here. Whew. It looks horrible. It's very dirty and oily. See how that oil being burnt up? It's a lot of dirt in here. I'll look around to the other side. Let's see. So that's how that cylinder wall and piston looks, and we're going to go into the other one. Let's go out, go across, and go down into the other hole. See how it looks in this one. So you can see that the walls aren't scratched up. That's a lot of carbon buildup in there. It works pretty good. See how that carbon in there? It's clean on this side. Alright, let's come up out of there. Alright guys, so that was my review on the Ralcam articulating Borescope inspection camera. Now we're going to do some pros and cons. Let's do the pros first. One of the great things about this inspection camera is the build quality. The build quality of this thing is fantastic. It's sturdy. The plastic is a good grade of plastic. Second would be the wheel. I love the way the wheel moves back and forth, really smooth, and it turns the camera 180 degrees one way, 180 degrees the other way, and it's flawless. The third thing would be the buttons. The buttons click tight and they sound good, so you can tell that the button quality is great. The LEDs, the 10 LEDs around the camera, the fact that you are able to change the lighting in 3 different ways, I love that. Now for some cons. I wish that you didn't have to use a cell phone as the display. I wish the display was built to the Borescope. I wish that the camera itself, instead of doing 180, did 360, where you can just look left to right and up and down. That would make it easier to move around in the cylinder and get better pictures. So out of 10, I'll give it a 7. The build quality on this thing is immaculate. For those of you out there that want to purchase this item, I will have a link in the description where you can get it. And please like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Leave a couple comments on how you feel about this product. All right, this is J.O.A.T.D, and I'm out.